I joined my guru's monastery. It was a cloistered traditional Hindu monastery where he taught me how to concentrate. And that's really what I want you to keep in mind, this concept of being taught how to concentrate. It's in my humble opinion that most people can't concentrate today for two reasons. One is we're never taught how to concentrate, and second is we don't practice concentration. Right? So how can you do something if you're never taught how to do it? And how can you be good at something if you don't practice it? People tell us to concentrate, but they don't tell us how to. And I got told to concentrate all the time. You can't expect somebody to do something if you don't teach them how to do it. And then if they want to be good at it, they have to practice it, right? So imagine if you practice distraction 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. What would you be good at after 6 months? Distraction. After a year, you'd be really good at distraction. After a year and a half, you'd be an expert at distraction. You'd write the New York Times bestseller on distraction. But the truth is, we don't practice distraction 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. The truth is, we probably practice it more like 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. The average person sleeps, what, 7 to 8 hours, to say, roughly. So we're awake for about 16 hours of the day. Let's just say on average we're practicing it 13 hours a day, 7 days a week, distraction. And then you wonder why you're so good at it. That's the law of practice. The law of practice is that we become good at whatever it is we practice. Whether it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter. If you practice something over and over and over again, you become really good at it. And that's why people are so good at distraction, because it's what they practice. Why aren't people good at concentration? Because they never taught it and they never practice it. They don't need to be drugged. They just need to be taught how to do it. Children don't need to be drugged. They just need to be taught how to concentrate. And then they need to practice it, just like anything else, to become a good tennis player, to become a good dancer, to performer, anything. Practice, practice, practice. So how do we become good at concentrating? We start by understanding the mind. Right? All of us have a mind. It's the most powerful tool in the world. Yet we have the most complex tool in the world, our mind, and there's no manual. So the first thing I learned when I went to the monastery was to learn how the mind works. Because once you know how the mind works, you can control it. And once you can control it, you can focus it. You can't focus or concentrate something you don't understand. So how does the mind work? From the monk's perspective, from the monk's experience of the mind, there's two things that you need to understand. One is there's awareness, and one is the mind. So I'll take a few moments to explain this to you and share what they are. So imagine awareness as a glowing ball of light, like an orb that can float around. Okay, so that's awareness. Now imagine your mind as a vast space, vast area with many different sections within it. One area of the mind is anger, jealousy, food, sex, happiness, joy, science, art. And this glowing ball of light called awareness can travel within the mind, and it can go to any area of the mind it wants to go to. And when it goes to a particular area of the mind, it lights up that area. When it lights up that area of the mind, you become conscious of it. So when we allow a person or something to do that, we're being distracted. The art of concentration is the art of keeping awareness, that ball of light, on one thing for an extended period of time. Every time that ball of light drifts away, we bring it back. It drifts away again, we bring it back, right? So that's the theory. You have awareness and you have the mind. You are not the mind. When people say my mind wanders all the time, technically that's a false statement. What wanders is your awareness. Your awareness is moving within your mind. That was a very simple exercise to prove two things to you. One is there's a clear separation between awareness and the mind. And second is you can actually take your awareness and move it to any area of the mind that you want it to go to. Because you just allowed me to do that. We allow people and things around us to take awareness from one area of the mind to another all day long, from the time we wake up. And therefore, we become distracted. To be concentrated is to be able to keep your awareness on one thing for an extended period of time. How do we practice this? We practice this by doing one thing at a time throughout the day. What's the best way to develop concentration? The best way to develop concentration is to bring that practice into our everyday life. When you're able to concentrate, you're able to focus all your energy into a single given point. Life is a manifestation of where your energy is flowing. And if you can't concentrate your energy, the things that you want to manifest in your life becomes very, very challenging.